Hey Carlos, this is Keaton Everett from ABC going over your spring break pitching video. I just want to kind of go through a few items that I'm seeing here and talk to you about some fixes and sort of what I'm seeing that'll help you improve your mechanics, your consistency, your velocity, your power, and get you staying healthy. All right. So right off the bat, what we're going to talk about is getting your hips involved more. All right. You're pretty solid throughout your whole mechanics. All right. You're just losing your hips a little bit, and you can gain a lot more speed and power doing a couple things differently. All right, so we're going to look at basically what our hips are doing and what our hands are doing in relation to each other. When our hands are breaking, how our hips are going. All right, so first off, you got great balance, great posture. All right, that's a good thing. All right, you got good balance throughout the whole delivery. But what I want you to watch is what your head's doing as this leg's coming down. All right, your legs coming down. Everything's still staying back, and then your back, then your hips kind of start going. Now your body starts going forward as your legs almost straight, close to the ground. All right. So what we want to see is, okay, you got a great start to your hips. You come up good. You got a nice bend. Looks like your eyes are right on the target. All right, but what we want to see is right as that leg starts to come down, we also want to see your glove closer to your body. All right, that's just another balance thing. Just get that closer to your body. It's easier to hold it there. It's just a little more consistent. All right, let's get that glove close to your body. And once this leg starts coming down, we want to see the hands start to break, and we want to see your hips starting to go forward with more speed, more velocity, instead of that leg going. All right, so just once we get to that up position, all right, just get to that position right here and then drive your hip down the mound. Drive that left hip straight towards that catcher, get everything going down the mound, and that's going to get you more velocity. That's going to create more torque in your hips. That's going to get everything working a lot easier, a lot smoother, as opposed to just staying back and then letting that left foot lead everything. So you're basically letting that left foot do all the leading, all right? So at this point, you know, with your hands, we'd like to see that ball already on the glove. It's kind of tough to see. I think the glove's kind of hiding it, but you're basically probably breaking your hands right about here. All right. We'd like to see those hands break as that leg's coming down, maybe right around here, somewhere around this area. All right. To get that consistency, you want those hands to break as that leg's going down. You want those hands to break over the rubber before the body starts forward. All right. So just breaking your hands, so then you can see if you're breaking your hands late as you are, this hand has to play catch up. All right, you just aren't able to get back and get your hands on top of the ball, so your arms just kind of running through the motion, just rolling right through it, and you're not getting back up on top of the ball. You can see your hands back here. All right, watch your fingers. Is your fingers never get on top of the ball? You just see the ball the whole time you're on the side of it, and that exposes a lot of that shoulder, a lot of that elbow to a little more stress than if you get those hands on top of the ball. All right, and that'll be real easy if you just break your hands before that leg starts going down and your body starts going down. You're gonna be able to get that hand up, get on top of the ball to deliver a little bit better position. All right, and then we're gonna watch what your front glove's doing. All right. This front glove is big in that we don't use it to throw, but we use it to keep us in a balanced position, and we use it to help ourselves get down over our front foot. All right, so at foot strike here, we want this glove to be out over that front foot somewhere. So we're keeping that glove, we're reaching that glove out over that front foot, and then fixing it out there, and that's going to allow our body to drive everything towards our glove instead of tucking it back in. So you see that glove tuck in, whereas at this position, we want to see that glove out here and that elbow rotated down back in this position somewhere. All right. Um, Looking at your hip-shoulder separation, all right, you can see your hips and shoulders rotating at the same time. This comes up a lot with young kids. just because that's a big coordination, big strength deal. But watching those hips and that shoulder, they rotate at the same time. What we wanted to see happen is the hips to rotate first, and then the shoulders come through. So your hips are going to be in this position, and we're going to see that upper body hasn't even started its motion forward yet. All right. Good drill to do with that is it could also be just a flexibility thing, but either throw from your knees on your knees both facing your partner and work on really getting that shoulder back and throwing that right shoulder through the zone, or you can even start on the mound in this position, start with your hands back in the position we just drew and work on getting on top of the ball and throwing down and out over that front foot, or you can use a towel, just something where you already have that front hip rotated forward and you're just working on getting that separation of that shoulder. That's just going to give you more velocity. It's going to get you in a healthier position to throw the ball. Um, you are releasing the ball at a really good spot. I like this angle here. Your legs straight. It's not broken down. You got 2 feet on the ground, um, and everything looks good there. It's just a matter of getting those hips involved more, and getting those hips involved more back over the rubber is going to make it easier for that hip shoulder separation to happen. All right. So we just want you to just go and just let those hips do all the work. Drive them down the mound, get going quicker, all right, and then everything else is going to take shape. But you're releasing the ball pretty well. You're releasing out over that front foot. Once you get this glove out a little bit more, you're probably going to pick up another 6 to 8 inches of release and get that ball traveling downhill. You just want to feel yourself getting that ball up, using that mound, and just driving everything downhill with your hips, all right? The power generation, the velocity is generated through your hips, all right? So we just need to get that more involved, okay? So there's just a few things to kind of help yourself out. Hope you're able to make a few adjustments but most of all, just have a great season this year. Have a great time out there playing a great game. So um, hope you learned a lot. Hope you had a great time at our camp. Hope you had a bunch of fun, and we look forward to seeing you again with ABC.